What the heck? Let's see if we live on Calinity, phosphate, we testing. Yo. Oh my God. Let's see how the signal is today. Let's see. Says we live, hopefully. What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Let me grab the chair, trusty chair here. I gotta clean the mess that I got here, but we ain't cleaning that just yet. We're not cleaning yet. Insane. What's going on, my bro? What's going on? Maybe we're gonna have a back signal, maybe not. The internet is bad lately, so this is how Calinity. Lately, no matter what we do, everybody's having back signal in this house. Let me grab some water for the testing. I was doing a water change today. Did a water change. Put my new phosphate remover. Corrected my pH. Well, I'm not correcting it. I just I just calibrated my pH Pro. It was way off. So when I thought I was almost reading 8.5 pH, it was low in the 7.6, 7.7, really low. But now we back at 8, so we back at 8. I was moving my algae scrubber yesterday. Moving it? What do you mean moving it? To a different spot in the sump? I haven't tested salinity at all. At all. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at on alkalinity. Chip! What's going on, my bro? Hopefully we're not gonna lose no signal today, man. I left everybody hanging the other day. At least we was on for an hour. Exactly for an hour. Until this thing got messed up. So hopefully we're gonna be good. Fish are hungry. Look at all the fish waiting for food. I'm only gonna give you guys flake today, man. So chill. You guys not getting nothing. Nothing special. Took it out of the sump, placed it in the wall behind the tank. Oh, okay. Yeah. We get to that point where we run out of space, and now that we run out of space, it's not comfortable for us to work with it. 8.2, not bad. That happens a lot. Right now on I got that new UV sterilizer, and I'm trying to find a better spot where it's gonna be comfortable for me to. I mean, now that I'm gonna change the light bulb anytime, but for any maintenance, in case I gotta do anything to it. But at the same time, wherever I place it, it's gonna be connected the UV sterilizer together with the reactor. So I gotta order a. I don't know if I'm gonna use a pump that I already got. It's probably strong enough, or I get that Mighty Jet. That's the pump that I was thinking of. No J Bal Nano pumps, cause I got one. I don't want to work. So I'm just gonna buy a cheap one that I saw on Amazon, and just a straight pump. No freaking no controller, nothing. Just straightforward. I control it with the ball. So, but I think I found a spot that's gonna work for me. It's getting crowded on there, so I'm waiting right now on a Y-shaped barb. That's what I need, so I could split in two. Y-shaped barb, and that's it. Oh, and well, get the pump later on. I got a maxi jet. I'm probably gonna connect that one for now, just so I could utilize the space. But maybe a maxi jet will do it. Let me feed the fish. No, first of all, let me grab something here that I'm doing. No, no, no. Okay, the other bottle's over there. uh, every week you learn something new, man. Every week you learn something new. I've been like in shock all the stuff that you learn by doing research. It's all about doing research. Stuff that you think I should know, but I don't know because nobody never told me, and I just saw it on a video, and that's how now I know. So, oh man, it's hilarious. But we're gonna test phosphate twice. We're gonna test phosphate twice. The reason why is because I learned something new. So we're gonna do the first one. Let me get the reagents. I need 2 bags. All I care right now, I mean, this test right now that I'm doing, I care for both. Then I'm only gonna continue doing one by itself, but I'm doing two right now since I added new phosphate remover to the reactor. I removed the raw phos. It's out of the tank, so I'm no longer gonna use raw phos for now. MB Reef, what's going on, bro? I'm not gonna say what I learned this week with the phosphate situation, but not yet, not just yet, because I'm pretty sure if I say it, people are gonna be like, "Oh, I know that's how you do it." Yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna make a video about it because I really didn't see nobody. I haven't seen nobody doing a video on it. I'm gonna check more, but I really didn't see nobody just yet doing it the way that I'm about to do it. And it was interesting. And I heard it in a video that was recorded years ago. So, oh, nice, nice, nice. It's always good to do a new setup, man. Trust me, now that I know exactly where my pH is, that is correct. Um, we're gonna start seeing some growth because my water was too, I guess, acidic. If it's too low, uh, but yeah, man. So, I'm running phosphate in a reactor, so it's it's a way to know that I'm running phosphate the right way. Only one way to find out. So first we're gonna read the tank water. I wanna see what's my phosphates in the tank. I know they're probably about 0.08, 0.09 maybe. Maybe 0.10. Who knows? We'll see. All I know that some things are coloring up nicely. I started doing carbon dosing too. That's another new thing going on in here. I'm going slow with it because, that's new waters for me to be diving in. So, carbon dosing. I watch a lot of videos about it to get a general idea in what the heck is carbon dosing and what exactly do to the tank. So, if it goes well, then I give you my feedback on it. But again, you gotta test. You gotta make sure you test until you find that sweet spot where things are happy and things are thriving. What else we doing this week? What else? What else? I'm probably gonna move the Mandarin, man. He's dying to go to the other tank. For the most part, things are good. Like I said, I did a water change today. Some corals are looking super beautiful. Um, I forgot to upload a picture of a new one. I'm really impressed because the little red one that I got for free, they haven't lost the color yet. So that's a good thing, you know? That's a really good thing. Let's not losing the color. Because that means the phosphates and nitrates are in the right spot. And if that's the case, that's going to keep that color. Anything else that lost their color, eventually it's going to color up nicely. So that's what I'm hoping for. I added my other Gorgonian in there. I moved it from the DMT, but I'm going to put it back. I don't know. I like the way it looks, but oh man, this one is knocked over. Give me 1 second. I gotta get my hands wet. Get this one. There you go. Now, let me move a little bit more this way. My boy John Silva was wrong, man. Well, I was wrong myself too, because people say, "Oh, when Aiken lose their color and they turn orange, the colors never come back." That's a lie. I'm sorry, John. I'm not saying that you're a liar, but all I'm saying that Now that I've been keeping my levels where they need to be. Ooh, my phosphate is 0.012. Not bad, not bad. I still got a little more. It's crazy because I haven't feed heavy in the past days, so I know the sweet spot for this tank is like around 0.10. That's where I like it, where I don't see no cyano, no nothing in the tank. But I did a water change today, so and added the new phosphate remover. If I keep controlling the way I'm feeding, things are gonna be good. Now, let me feed the fish. Let me throw some flakes in there. Give me a second. And I'm gonna retest phosphates again. There you go, fishies. Yeah, eat some flaky flakes. Some frosty flakes. I know that's not a lot, guys. I know. That's gonna go in no time. Let me see what's going on here. I set out 2 days ago and I'm challenging the reef tank rules. I put pictures of coral already. Wow. Hey, listen, as long as once that cycle starts, you control it. You know, you got things to bring ammonia down and all those stuff down. Or if you put already cycled media in there, you be good. That's how I do it too. You know, I could set up a tank right now and put some of my media in there, and we good to go. Brand new water. It's a myth, man. A lot of things that we know, or a lot of things that they tell us not to do. Everything's a myth, you know, because for some people it works, for some people it don't work. If it worked for you now that you did it like that, then keep doing it like that anytime you set up a new tank, you know? I'm pretty sure it's gonna work because I've done it before. I mean, but again, you know, I done it with cycle media with beneficial bacteria in it. All right, let me. Oops. Ah, you're doing it wrong, Hector. You see, that's not the way. That's not the way that you wanted to do this one. All right, let me do something here. I'm under the hood, guys, so excuse me for a second. I'm doing an experiment right now. Everything should be Gucci Gucci. Alright, let me spill all that water out of there. Let's get some new water here. And let's get 10 mils in here. Now the fun begins. Alright, I'm gonna tell you guys because this is no secret. A lot of you guys probably know I'm the dumb one that didn't know. So, wait, I'm not gonna tell you yet. Let me just do the test first and then I cheer what I discovered this week. That I didn't know. I feel stupid. I feel so stupid. But I share the secret in a minute. One of my candy apple one of my candy apples Zoas got loose. I know where it was last time I saw it, so I gotta grab it and reglue it back. For some reason, they mad at me. They don't want to grow. They just one polyp in each frag, and they don't wanna. They don't wanna grow. They unhappy. They unhappy. Ever since I sold the other ones, they unhappy. I gotta get more reagent, more phosphate reagent, just to be safe. Cause carbo dosing, you need to be testing frequently. You gotta test. Gotcha, gotcha. John Silva. John, you was wrong, John. I was wrong too, John. About the Akins. Once they lose their color, the color don't come back. But they do come back. Because my rainbow Akins colors came back. They're looking really nice. I gotta take pictures though. I don't have a nice picture. The one I got from Billy Pipes. It was kinda in the rainbow family. But then I got another one, Reefapalooza last year. Was it last year? No, there was no Reefapalooza last year. Or the year before, I think. The last year that we got the Reefapalooza. And that one is, it turned orange on me and now it's back to the colors that I saw. Well, couple polyp. I don't show you up close because I don't want this thing to start buffering, man. But one polyp, oh man, whenever I get to frag those, one polyp is super rainbow. You can see yellows, green, reds, blues. Actually, like two polyps. But yeah, they do color back up, man. They do color back up. I don't like the way the tank look. I don't know. I got the lens on and can see nothing in there. You see it like if I didn't have a lens on the tank. All right, let's see what my phosphate reading is now. And boom, 3 minutes more. Let's see. The moment of truth. The moment of truth. But some things are encrusting already to the plugs, like the green slimer is already started encrusting to the plug. Like, what else? I got a nice one. The one behind the purple stack here. Oh, the color is beautiful. Yummy, yummy. I like the color. I feel like I'm doing something right finally. Took me a while, but yeah, I'm putting stuff away. I did a water change today, so I got a little mess everywhere. I placed the UV sterilizer, I think, in the final spot where it's gonna stay. I think. Salt Reef! What happened to Billy Pie? He just chilling, man, enjoying his truck, his son, on the low, doing his thing, staying away from all this reefer drama from all the drama queens in the in the reefing community. He's all good. I sometimes, message him and he messaged me back. Everything's good. Everything's good. I like to, see the pictures he be posting. He look happy. Uh, his son look happy. Um, that's it, man. That's all that matters. As long as the guy is happy doing what he's doing, leave him over there, man. I miss him, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people miss him too. But he's good, man. He's good. God bless the guy. Whatever happened to him in the past happened in the past. It's sad, for our past we get judged, and some people, you know, just take out of proportion, and it is what it is. But he's happy where he's at right now, so that's all that matters, and I'm happy for him. All right, let's see the moment of truth. Let me know. Let me know what are we working with. Okay, you see, so I got two different readings of phosphates. So I got a reading of 0.12 and I got a reading now of 0.07. Ha ha ha! Voila, voila! That's what I wanted to know. So now I'm gonna lower the water here. So this is what I've been doing wrong. There we go. A little slower. More, less water coming out. That's all I need from there. So, all right. So that part I didn't know. This part of the phosphates, especially using a reactor. If you guys don't know that, well, now you guys gonna know. I know a lot of you guys been in this hobby long enough to know that. I didn't know it, even though I've been in the hobby long enough that I shouldn't know it. But um, if you, it's always better for me now that I know what I know to run phosphate remover through a reactor instead of running it in a bag. Just dump in a bag in the tank and just let it do whatever it need to do in there. And the way is good if you put a bag in the sump or wherever, because the whole media is more water. I'm trying to put it in the best way. More water that is, or the bag is in more volume of water, but still, not all that water is gonna go through that bag. Only a portion of that water. But if you could concentrate the media in a reactor where the water in there has to pass through that media no matter what. Every inch of that water has to go through that media so that media works the way it needs to work. So I should have put more media in there. I think I'm gonna add more. I only added like half a cup. The media that I'm using now is the one that my LFS use. So don't know the name. I know he said he buy in bulks. So he got a reef store, so he buy in bulks. He just told me be careful because it's a strong one. I mean, it's the phosphate. He didn't have the like any other brand in there, so I just grabbed the one that he had available. And that's the right way to run phosphate remover. Let's throw a reactor, because that way you could read the water coming out of that reactor. That part I didn't know. That part I felt so freaking just duh, that makes sense. Like I felt like I discovered heaven. Like I discovered Disneyland in my town because I didn't know that part. You know, I didn't know that. Then you gotta. That's how you know if the media is working the way it need to work, and then the water that you put in back in the tank is the one with no phosphates in it. That's the way it should be. So now I know the water that comes out of that reactor should test lower phosphate than the one in the tank, because duh is going through the media. My brain went like so. That's what I learned this week. So another interesting weekend in reefing. Me doing more research to learn more stuff that I don't know. I didn't know. So now I know. Now I know. So, but yeah. And then today I decided, no, yesterday. I did it yesterday, I think it was. Where, yeah, lesson learned. Do you knew that, Chip? That's the way to test phosphate? I didn't know, man. I didn't know. My brain went like, I discover America again. I felt like, duh, that's the right way to do it. Obviously, that way you're gonna know if the phosphate is lower or not. It gotta come out slow. You cannot run media through, water through that reactor too fast. So I just lower the pressure going in or coming out of the reactor. And I went from point 12 to point zero 0.07. So that means that it's working. The water going through there, it has lower phosphates. So, yo, I'm telling you, I felt like I said, oh yeah, I got this now. Now I know what I'm doing. I felt like, wow, that's how you do it. So now I know. Now I know. And then again, yesterday I was doing I feel like grabbing the mandarin and put them in the tank. Yesterday I decided to calibrate my pH probe because when I moved the tank back here to the house, I didn't did the calibration. I just put it back in the tank, and since I saw the same reading that I was getting over there, I figured, okay, so I was reading the same, so nothing has changed with the Pro. But I was totally wrong. So lucky for me, I had the solutions. I bought bottles of it, so that way I don't have to buy little packages or this and that there. MB, I answer you the question in a minute. So I calibrate them again, and it was like when I calibrated to 7, it was good, and then the highest one is 10. The other calibration I got is to 10, so it's gonna read between there. Between 7 to 10. It will never get to 10. To 10 is too high. Shh, shh, shh. Hey, lang. Ven acá. Ven, ven. Ya, tranquilo. So once I did the calibration, I put the probe back in the tank, and guess what? My pH was stupid low. Stupid low. Oh my God. But the best thing to do is not panic, man. You cannot panic for all this time. Now I know that every time this saw growth in the corals, like that I started seeing growth like rapidly, like oh shit, this week it was better, more growth, because I see my corals, they are growing, but they not growing in a steady pace. They just grow and then stop. So I know that's the swings that I'm getting on pH. So I opened the window, of course, to correct the pH a little bit with the window open, because it's gonna get low because we're keeping the windows closed when it's hot, so we could turn on the AC. La 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 la. But I had the perfect solution for the pH, and I don't know if you guys have tried it, but I'm gonna recommend it because it did work for me faster than it worked for Reef Girl. Reef Girl used it too. I don't know if she still uses it. She in the video that she made about it, she said that she was impressed and she was gonna continue using it. Um, I got lucky so far that I didn't. All I had to pay was one time just $11 because it was the shipping that I needed to pay to receive the product, and it's Aquashart, man. Aquashart, I'm impressed. I was stupid impressed. I couldn't get the pH up by opening the window or high enough to at least 8. So it kept being around 7.7, sometimes 7.8, or between there, and didn't want to go up. The minute I put I first put a little bag because they say, if you don't want to do the whole recommended doses for the tank, use half of it. So I did half, you could say, or so, half a bag, and instantly I saw a change in pH. About half hour, it went up a point. So I say this thing do work, and maybe it's working together with the window open. Um, but for the time that it took, once I opened the window, for the time that it took for it to raise that 1 point, and once I added the aqua shirt, it was faster than having the window open. So I said, this thing it do works. So what I did the recommended doses. I did a little more because they say use a cup for 50 gallons, and I know I got more than 50 gallons, so I did a cup and a half. And right now my pH is at 7.98 to 8.3 to 8.03. So it's there. It got high. So I'm rounding the number to 8.0. It don't stay steady. Is it goes up and down. Um, it just tell you kind of where it's hovering at. So I got a cheap pH probe. It's nothing expensive. I ain't gonna get the good one. Maybe the Milwaukee. That's the one that I'm thinking to get. The Milwaukee. It's a little bit expensive. I can always get the pinpoint. I can also get that one, but that one is too. It's about almost the same price because I don't want to get the cheap one. I want to get the because they sell two different ones. The pinpoint. They sell the regular one, then they sell the other one. It's a little bit bigger. So I'm probably gonna get that one in the near future. I'm in no rush to get it right now. Um, but Aquashirt, man, Aquashirt. I mean, to Reef Girl, it took like a month for her to see her pH uh get up to 8.2, like they say that's gonna do. Um, and there wasn't a line, man. There wasn't a line. I'm not saying it because I got it for free, not because I won it in a giveaway. Uh, the proof is there, man. Um, I've been using the other one. So guess what? The other one, which is the Kim Marine, I think it is. That one, I'm gonna save it for emergencies, which I don't know what emergency I'm gonna have with it that I need to use that. And but I ain't gonna use that product from now on because I was impressed. If and if it's gonna keep the pH exactly up there without needing to use a CO2 scrubber, I'm not gonna put a CO2 scrubber. I will never do that. I'd rather run a line. I was gonna make some DIY ones because I'm trying to get in this wave of people wanting to buy all this CO2 scrubbing stuff and try to make some money out of it. Making some DIY ones, but um, Those planes are still up, but I'd rather run a line outside and do it naturally, and then using a CO2 scrubber and going that route. But if Aquashare is doing the job, is polishing the water, removing tannins out of the water, smell out of the water, plus correcting pH, that's an all-in-one media right there, man. That's all-in-one media. And I got a nice bag, man. I gotta send them a picture because I got a nice big box here. And I got this huge bag. It's kind of it feel kind of funny to work with it, because it feels like you using regular charcoal from from the grocery stores, to do cookouts, because that's how it feels. It's really light, really porous, I guess. That's why it's so floaty, so foamy feeling when you put it on the water. But it works, man. Definitely, Chip. Definitely, try it. Try it. If you have pH problems, try it. I didn't know I was having that pH problem, and to see it rise from yesterday to today that fast, correct the pH right away. Um, I'm super happy, super happy with it. Super happy. So now I just gonna be just keep monitoring the tank and see difference in coral growth now. I wanted to get it higher. We'll see if we get it up there. I mean, because it was strange, man. Because for the longest, my pH been reading 8.3, then it goes up to 8.5, even to 8.7. I saw it sometimes going up. I say that gotta be wrong. That gotta be wrong. There's something wrong with that pH probe. But then again, all I kept in my head is a cheap pH probe, so that's probably why. But if it's not calibrated correctly, even if it's a cheap one, it's not gonna, you're not gonna know. So thank God that I decided to stop being lazy and let me just calibrate the thing. And I think the one I got, um, I can keep it underwater. Uh, any pH Pro, you can keep it underwater as long as you keep doing the maintenance on it. But I also have the storage solution too that I could put it there, and I don't need to have I could just dip it in the tank whenever I want to see. But it's easier when it's there. You just look up under the tank and read it. So yeah, man, super happy about that. So now that I know the other part that I discovered this week about the phosphate thing. So probably the times that I saw my phosphate the lowest, reading the lowest, it was when the reactor was getting clogged because water was going through there, taking its time to go through there and lower the phosphates. You know, if water is going fast enough, you're not letting that water contact get contact with the phosphate remover and get removed out of the water. So I'm telling you, man, I feel like a pro right now. All the information I know now. I did start feeding the tank heavy. How I've been doing. All I keep feeding is the powder food that I got, which has reef roids, pads, all that in, and also the coral frenzy. I'm just gonna get rid of them, finish them. Use them once a week. I'm not even gonna use them how I've been using them lately, unless I need to raise my nitrates and phosphates. But I do a heavy feeding. But other than that, I'm just gonna here and there keep throwing a pinch here and there. Once I'm done with that, all I'm moving is to aminos. aminos, and maybe reef oil and reef chili. That's the only two powder foods that I will use in this tank for the rest of the life of this tank. Um, Again, watching those videos with Emerald Azul about what foods out there work and all that. I don't know if you guys had the chance to watch those videos, but if you haven't, go watch them. They're interesting. They're about 27 minutes each one, and you don't get bored watching the whole thing. I know people get bored watching my videos because they only be there for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and they be out even when I do a 50-minute video. So I know I'm bored. I know, but it's okay. At least they show up. But I watch his video like the whole. I like to watch the whole thing, even the person is just sitting there in front of the tank. I just watch it because you never know what can happen. So, but yeah, so really interesting information I got this whole week that just passed. So yeah, MB Reef, man. So MB Reef for Akins, for Akins, for Akins. Right now, to tell you the truth, I don't have none for sale. Um, but the minute that I do, that they grow big enough, I will sell you easy something with like 5 heads for $20, man. $20, not higher than that. Like I haven't paid for a lot of stuff that I got. I haven't paid. I don't know. I don't know if I got lucky with some people that I have met in the process of being a reefer, and they always hook me up. So the Akins that I got, I could say the most expensive one, if I buy it by size, it'd be the of course that green one and this two right here. Okay, this one here, which I think I pay like $90 for the whole thing, and then the red one here, and one in the back that came in the same rock, and I paid 150 for that one. But it's some nice colors. And then I just added more to the same rock. But yeah, like once they grow big enough and I need to frag them and start with frags again, um, I got you, man. And even so listen, if if it's enough, you can even have it for free, man. If I need to sell a coral, I'll let you know. If I need money, I'll let you know. But if I don't need money, I got you. 'Cause usually that's what if I sell any corals that I start posting like on OfferUp and stuff like that, is because either, some money back to get some food, to get anything that I need to get for the tank. But other than that, if it's growing and keep growing, I gotta frag it again and keep growing, I just give it away. Now, the day that we do kind of like we're trying to do like a small business selling corals, if we get to that level, then that's a different story. But for now, whenever you need anything, man, all you need to do get take a drive over here and I got you. Here right now. Not right now at this time, but I'm saying, if you need some frags to try in the tank and see how the tank do, um, let me know, man. Okay, I got some EC, SPS, some Zoas. Um, you can say no to my GSP, man. You can say no to my GSP. If you come, you got to make sure you take a chunk of my GSP and 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 so you could help me make sure that GSP is gonna survive for years and years. Cause I love my GSP, man. I love my GSP. People don't like them no more. I still love them. Ah, but for real. I got you, bro. Let me know when you wanna come down here and we meet up. Just make sure you bring containers or bags or I don't got no more. I used to have the coral cups, the little plastic cups, sauce, or you could put in there, I guess, sauce and stuff like that, cups. But I didn't continue buying them because mostly my fracks don't fit in there. Usually, the little square tiles they do fit, but when I was using the Lowe's tiles, I mean it's regular bathroom tiles, um, that didn't fit in there, so I needed their bags. Nice, nice. Yeah, they definitely need high flow, man. Like when I first had mine, like listen, it's crazy. It's crazy because where that one is right now, I hopefully we don't lose signal. Well, you guys can see a little chunk of it. Um, where that one is right now, if I'm not mistaken, I glued that one back in there. But that rock, I bought it at Petco, wow, 7 years ago when I first got it. So it has grown, it has died back, and then one pallet left, and it grow back, and then it dies back. But back then I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know shit what I was doing. Excuse my language. And the minute I put it on high flow, and I started using cold water, oh man, I was super happy just to see those little tentacles flowing in the water. And the more water flow goes through it, the more happier it get. So that's why I did. I just kept it ever since, because I couldn't even keep it alive. Now we can. Well, we get into the hour mark, man. Hopefully we don't buffer, but it look like sometimes I want to stop. Drama D, my boy. What's going on, Drum D? Nice to see you here, brother. But yeah, man. Anybody that comes to get free frags, they need to get a free piece of my GSP just to make sure we keep it alive. Because you never know what can happen to my tank. Like last time that everything almost died. So, but, and I know exactly not only because it wasn't the water, okay, it wasn't the powder phosphate that got released in the water. That's another thing that I learned that now I know exactly what happened. With the tank, the white thing started like dying right away. It was because it was sulfur. That's how you say it, sulfur water that got released in the tank. So that's what happened. All that water is sitting in there. It has sulfur in there. Holy shit, 97. Wow. Over here it's been cool for this past days. But yeah, so it wasn't the phosphate itself. It was the water inside the reactor because it was sitting there for 2, 3 days. So it was like sulfur, what it was in there. So all that water being released in the tank, oh man, I got lucky, let me tell you. I got really lucky. It's like you putting your hands inside a volcano. That's exactly what I did to this tank. So I got lucky that a lot of things survived, man. Or corals came back from it. And how I know about that? Because of that video of phosphates I watched. That's how I find out. So you see, you learn something every week if you do your research and go through through channels of people that know, not the ones that are just being, you know, how can I say it better? Because I don't want to sound like a hater, even though I am a hater. I admit it. I do hate. That's how I get better. Nah, I'm just playing. um, how you say it? We're all these, YouTubers that want to be a YouTuber. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I just want to be Calisto's Reef or Reefing, however. So, um, just look for people that are there just to show you something and you can learn something from. Um, Not one that is trying to push somebody else's product so you can buy it. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. And you know when people are fucking real, man, and I tell you that because I'm gonna use an example, Aqua Shark. I'm gonna use it as an example. Even though I do have a good relationship with the guy, even though I did met him once in Reefapalooza, and then when Aquarium Monster, when I was doing live stream with him or whatever, he got sponsored supposedly by the guy, and he had him in the live and this and that, in one of the live. Um, Yo, me and this guy had conversation normal, like, oh, how's your family? How family doing? How you doing today? How you feeling? Not one this guy has asked me to promote his product or nothing. This is real people that are real out there for the best of your aquarium. That's how I know now I could talk about it like that just because of those little things. And it's crazy because I got this aqua shirt the other day, and he just say, I know it's all about business too, because of course he's not gonna want me to tag him in one of my pictures on Instagram if it's not to promote also his aqua shirt. But at the same time, the way he said it, oh, tag me in the picture, not even showing the product or nothing. Tag me in the picture of your tank so I can show your tank to the world. And I'd be like, wow, he didn't even ask for the picture of the aqua shirt next to the tank, even though I already did one like that when I first got the first bags. But it's crazy. Those are the real reefers out there, or real people. That they're not there just to push a product, man. They're just there to help you succeed and give you something nice for that's gonna work for you. And I can honestly say, man, it do works. It do raise pH, man. Unless my probe is messed up. And I doubt it because I did calibrate it. I checked twice to make sure it was reading the 7 one, the other one, and to make sure the number is where it need to be. So yeah, it is pricey, man. It is pricey. That part, I'm with you. It is pricey and all that, but well, I could say, drama about the experience I just had with my pH and adding the aquashar straight in there and raising pH back to 8. It do works. It do works. I like I said, ever since I moved the tank back to the house, I used my pH Pro. It was reading the same thing that it was reading in the basement. So I said, oh, I don't need calibration. And so the other day I said, you know what? Sometimes I see a reading too high, like 8.7, 8.8, even to 8.9. I saw my pH Pro reading. I said, no, something got to be wrong. because I'm pretty sure if it's reading like that, my coral's gonna be dead. Something's gonna be not right in the tank, you know. So I calibrated the pro and did all that, and my pH was low. Well, my pH was a 7.6 around there, 7.7. So I added first a little bag of Aquashirt, boom, put it in there to see if I see any different. Of course, I opened the window to see if I see any changes. Um, and I did see a little spike, but nothing crazy, no big change from one point to another point. But the minute I added the Aquashirt, about in a half an hour period, pH went up. pH went up. I said, so let me add the recommended doses, for the tank. And the minute I did, I will say 5 hours later, 6 hours later, the pH was up at eight, and it's working, man. Do you feel the pH increase could possibly be due to the adjust technique to dosing? No, no, that's what's crazy. My cog being, I'm dosing 70 mils an hour. So my pH should be okay. I don't think it should drop like that. I mean, even though I have heard that too, but some people use cold water to raise pH, and that's why they say just be careful with cold water. But my pH was low. It was low, and right now, like I said, it's 8.0, 8.1 around there, 8.01. So it's still in the eight. It's still not going higher. Um, and then again, like I say, I haven't paid a dime on it because one I won in a giveaway with her nano reef, and the other one was when the Walt Disney situation I have with that other giveaway. The guy offered himself to send me some of the aquashar. All I needed to pay was for the shipping, which was $10, $11, and I put that one together with the one that I just won now, and I got a good amount, at least for a year, yeah, for a year. So I don't gotta invest no more. But it is expensive for a couple aqua shark, $33, I guess, something like that. It is expensive. I'm with you on that. I feel like catching the Mandarin and put him back in the tank, man. He's doing good. I gotta say, guys, he is doing better, better. He's even eating the algae eating flowers. 8.9, yeah. Yeah, like that's why it's been strange for mine because I've been using cold water for the longest, so my pH should have been good, I guess, especially now, um I guess. But once I calibrated the I gotta do another different pH reading. I'm gonna see if I buy the regular API pH thingy to see how it do with that one. But so far, well, we'll hopefully keep it like that. Yeah, the Mandarin is doing good, man. Like he had a really bad sunken stomach. The stomach was like, I hate to compare with that, but those videos they had back in the day with the kids of World Vision that had the stomach and you could see their ribs and all that. That's how this Mandarin was, man. That's how it was. And now he's still skinny. You can still see the bone on the side of the body, but the sunken stomach is no longer there. It's no longer there. He's eating the pellets. He's keeping them inside. Before he like the other pellets I was giving him, I guess now I know probably the reason why he was spitting them out because that cup that I was giving him, it has some reef nutrition pellets, but it also has some algae pellets. So probably that's why he was spitting them out. So he wasn't getting the meaty, fishy flavor ones or shrimp flavor ones. He was probably getting the algae flavor ones. So that's probably why he was spitting them out. That's my, you know, conclusion on the situation with that pellet. But the other one that Hikari, however you say that name, those are the ones that I'm gonna continue using for him because this is Hikari grade for smaller marine fish. That's all it says. It says sponge-like texture marine fish. Love it. Unlikely balance for optimal utilization. Yeah. I'm trying to see. They say what it's made of. I think I read it. Okay. Ingredient: fish meal, krill meal, whole crush, silkworm, pupai, pupai. Don't. I'm not even gonna read all those crazy names. Yeah. I'm gonna try like doing the not like Telegram is doing it, but just keeping everything in suspension all the time and lower my dosage so it could be a little bit more potent because I still feel like I'm better off just doing it with the ATO, man. Because now dosing 70 mils cold water, even though I am finding a little bit more stable alkalinity than using the ATO. Like I'm always getting around the same numbers. So that's the good part about it. Than using in the ATO, but I'm not getting the evaporation. Like now that container, less. I think it's about 2 gallons and a half, maybe less. It lasts me 2 3 days now. When I had to refill it every day or every other day. So it is evaporating less. That's the one thing I noticed. Everything is evaporating less. But then again, the cold water, once all the powder settles in the bottom and I collect that clear part, it's basically fresh water where the cold water mix in. The one that I set up another bucket of the cold plus two. That's the bright one. I had that one for the longest sitting there. So that one, the recommended, it's not like the other one that they tell you use 2 teaspoons per gallon. If you want a stronger, whatever, a stronger solution, this one they recommend you to do 1 teaspoon per gallon. So I'm gonna try that one and see if I see any difference. Before the restart on my 40, the cock only kept my elevated. It was no longer enough to maintain arc. I had to those two parts CO2 scrubber media and cold water pellet. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Like You know what's crazy? When I bought the calcium reactor, the little nano calcium reactor I got, people could see my tanks, and I don't remember who it was, but some people have told me, "Oh, you're not gonna need a calcium reactor for that small tank. It's not worth it putting a calcium reactor for that small tank." Listen, if the corals grow and fill the whole thing, and you need a calcium reactor, then I'm gonna need a calcium reactor. If I need to, I'm gonna do the two part. I think that's my next move. I'm gonna move a two part and see, and then just dose hot water through the night, just to keep it stable. I think first I gotta get the a new dozer with three heads, find the space for it, and then run the lines until probably probably gonna start putting stuff under the DNT. Utilize that space because that's exactly what I got that space for. If I gotta run lines, then I'd rather run a line than having everything clustered in there like I got it right now. So so if I use two part, I'm gonna be wasting less um, solution, right? Than using, yeah, because, yeah, I think I will. I don't know. I never used two parts, so well, I figured this out. Because I see big tanks using what, 65 mils a day? Using two part solution? Shit, I'm using 70 mils an hour. No, in the match bag, yeah. It's not, to tell you the truth, it's not that dirty, man. Like any carbon, it releases the first dust, but once water runs through it, it's really clear. Like waters come out clear right away. The only thing I don't like is the texture of it. It just feel like regular charcoal. Um, that makes you wonder if you want to go to the grocery store and grab a charcoal bag and use it. So I think it's the same thing, man. That's how it feels. Like they grab the best quality charcoal bag, and I'm sorry, Aquashar, I'm not talking shit, but that's how it feels. Best quality Pickney Aquashar in, I mean, carbon, and chop it in pieces, and that's how it looks. Okay, so dosing is a lot less. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I saw it, that's how I felt. I say, if they using that, I'm pretty sure that people that make charcoal for us to use in picnics are using the same process to burn that thing anyway. My brain gets curiosity right away, gets curious, and what else we can use DIY stuff base. But yeah, I'm just running in a bag because I didn't know about. I don't know if you was here earlier about the reactor phosphate remover situation, but I didn't know and how to know if you run your reactor the right way using any phosphate remover. So I was testing earlier the tank water to see what my phosphate level. So it was at point one, point 12. So kind of on the high side. But I didn't know that how you doing the reactor phosphate removing thing the right way is you gotta test the water coming out of the reactor. I didn't know that part. For me, you just put the media there and connect it and just let it flow. Yeah. So and that's one thing I didn't know, drama. So I did test the one coming out of the reactor, and it did test lower phosphate. So I lower the pump a little more, so the water come out even slower through the reactor. So all the water gets time to lower the phosphates, and I'm getting better, you know, water with less phosphates coming out of the reactor. So I didn't know that that's the water that you gotta test to see if you're doing it right. So I got a point zero 0.07. Now I'm gonna wait a little bit. Boom, boom. I mean, by now already the water in that chamber just went through it. But I think I could lower it a little more and test the water again. At least so I could get a reading of point zero 0.03. I'd be happy with it, because that way I know eventually if I don't feel heavy. Well, I got a heavy bioload, but if I don't feel heavy, they don't poop a lot, and everything just level out. I'm learning things still. I get there. I promise you guys that once I figure the secret sauce on all this, I'm gonna feel like a pro and I will share every detail of it. I will say if you want to be extra success and you got access to dirty seawater, basically regular seawater, that's the way to go, man. That's the way to go. It's proven by science, doing tests on different reef tanks. Uh, that's the water to go with. Listen, if I had access to regular seawater from the ocean, I do a water change every day, man. Wow. When I first ever used UFO, I filled my reactor to the top. Oops. Now I follow direction. Maybe you just hear less. Yeah, that's I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. I was watching a video from years ago. It was from reef.com in where aficionado. So he do a lot of interesting videos where he grab people with knowledge, people that know what they doing, the own companies, the own farms and all this, and that's the people we gotta learn from. Wow. Yeah, I use the one I stopped the raw waffles. I removed it today. I'm using a newer one. I don't know the brand, but it's what the one my LFS use. I know he's buy in bulk, so I don't. I guess he don't even care about the name as long as it's any phosphate remover. And I use what they recommend. Use a half a cup, a cup. They recommend a cup, but then if you're not sure, use half a cup and see how it is. I use half a cup for mine and see how it goes, man. Oh, I started doing the carbon dosing. I did a little bit of research that I think I know what I'm doing. So that's another thing that I haven't done right. I haven't. I mean, I don't. What do I know about carbon dosing? I assume just the vinegar. I said carbon dosing. So some people dose it to the tank through a dosing machine. Every day, I'm just doing it manually in case I gotta stop. I just stop. But in just 3 days, you see different things that you never seen before. That's what I can say. Today, I started seeing polyps in the coral that I always talk about that I'm dying to color up. Yo, when I first got that coral was it's a millie. Well, it looked like a millie because it had a lot of hairs and it was hairy. All the swippers everywhere, boom, boom, and then they hide it and then never came back out. So I lose the color. It got skinny. So I think the lower pH situation is what's causing that coral not to get good. So hopefully now, correcting anything that is going wrong in the tank that I thought that everything was sweet and controlling my feeding, all that. We get this tank and the coral grow the like, cause I always watch people video, and I'm gonna use an example. Bulk resupply. Who else? That I have watched video when they set up a tank. Like when they start that I don't know, the ultra low systems. Like look at that freaking reef tank, man. Like all the corals there are full grown colonies already. I got my corals way before they started with their little frags they started. And I see why my corals not growing that fast. By now, all these corals should be coming out of the tank. So that's why I say I gotta be doing something wrong here. That is, I gotta figure out what is that I'm doing wrong. That I'm not running the system the correct way for coral growth. So I'm gonna take a nice pictures, different spot of the tank, nice picture, booms, and then I'm gonna mark the spots where I took the pictures, and then we're gonna do a 6 month uh, picture again, and we're gonna see if me keeping whatever I had corrected until now, and me keeping the things there, we're gonna see if we're gonna get that coral growth the other people get and I don't get. I use aquamarine high cap. My broken full use lithium chloride. Yeah, yeah. That's the carbon dosing, right? The lithium chloride. I heard about that one too in the video I watched. Yeah, it's some scary stuff if you don't use it the right way. The guys say if you don't know what you're doing, don't because all it's doing is feeding the bacteria. But I not got into depth because when I gotta watch the video a couple times so then I can explain it everything. All I know is the carbon dosing, feed the bacteria, blah 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 blah, and then that's all I can tell you right now. Because the rest is in my head, but I don't know how to explain it my way. So I get you guys there one day. Wow, look at that. Yeah. So I think I've been lacking in all the stuff in the tank, man. I've been lacking in all the stuff. Sometimes I think is like when you wash your power heads in vinegar, just dump it back in the tank. Don't even rinse it. And I bet you it's beneficial for the tank because it's feeding the bacteria. That's a way of carbon dosing. So Man, that tank looked too bright, right? This thing looked too bright. I don't know why. Gonna get you guys closer, maybe better. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm going slow. I'm not going hard on it. I'm just doing 2 meals a day for now. Um, and then, of course, testing, making sure I'm not gonna zero things out too quick. And I'm just dumping in the filter cups and just let it flow through there because the next chamber is where the bacteria is. So by the time it filters through the filter pads and all that, I guess it's nice spread and even in the water column. So, but maybe I do it, every other day instead of doing it every day. You know, yeah, it's on. That would be nice if you have a big, big tank and you know how much vinegar is in those power heads. Yeah, don't get me wrong, couple corals are growing, but they not. I know they can grow faster, and that's for a fact that I know they could grow faster. That I don't need to wait 3 more years to see some growth on some of these corals. Zoas right now, my zoas, some are doing okay, some are not doing so good. I don't know what's the problem with them. I guess since I'm focusing more on the SPS side of things, they hate me right now. They're not loving me. So the nice red ones, they not doing so good right now. They receding slowly. I'm target feeding them. I'm doing whatever I can to keep them happy, but they don't want to be happy. So F them. This one are happy now, and this one at one point started receding too. So this is the crazy thing about soas, man. So when ones are doing good, the other ones not doing so good. My Rastas right there, they doing really good now. Um, like this is crazy. This is crazy. How to keep them happy? I don't know no more. They really weird. Soas are really really weird to keep super happy. But guys, I'm gonna call it a night. It's been on for 1.5 hours, so that's a good time. I appreciate you guys coming through. I'm gonna start getting ready. I gotta hit the store, get something in the store. I gotta dump that water from the water change. Um, feed the mandarin before I go to bed. Um, that's it. And close the system up because it's getting cold outside. So I gotta cover the system. But thank you for being here, MB Reef. Let me know, man. Whenever you want, I got corals here. I got you, bro. I got you. And everybody have a great night. Thank you for being here. Drama D, always a pleasure, my brother, whenever you come by. Chimp, John, Salt Reef, thank you. Thank you all for being here with your boy. I keep you guys posted once I receive those Y-shaped barb for the UV sterilizer. I also got that syringe that you get the for testing. You know, you get the right amount of 1 mil. It's not you guessing by. No, you press the thing. It's a digital or kind of digital thingy. And you press the button and it sucks exactly 1 mil. Um, it's like what they use in labs to test. So we're gonna be testing things right there on the dot. Like we gotta every time we test, we gotta do the right amount of reagent, the right amount of water, so we get the right number that we're looking for. Um, might as well, like that's what I say. We spend so much money in this hobby, so might as well just get good things that are gonna give us more accurate numbers. I know sometimes we want to do things fast and just give things a little quick rinse, boom, boom, so we can be done. But um, you guys gonna see it. It's a nice thingy to. I saw it with Jake Adams, Reef Builders. He was the one that I think talk about it, and I went and Googled it. Right, went on Amazon and boom, I forgot the name of it, but it's a syringe they use in lab for testing. It's a nice one. So supposedly get here tomorrow. If it gets here tomorrow, then I post a picture, and then if I do a live, we see it in the live tomorrow, and we check how accurate it is. All right, guys. So have a good night. Thank you so much. Love you guys, and I see you guys in the next live. See you guys.